Well, students often ask me what intelligence governance actually means. So intelligence governance comprises, if one wants to make it short, two analytical perspectives. First, intelligence governance looks at the mandate, the tasking, the organizational structure, and the daily routines of intelligence services. And second, intelligence governance research describes intelligence cooperation. This means that it looks at the interaction of intelligence services in a national and international context. And second, intelligence governance research is interested in intelligence oversight. In my classes, for example, we discussed the tension arising from the specific characteristics of intelligence services practices and the principles of democracies. So how do the students and also the intelligence services benefit from this kind of research and teaching? Well, students reflect on the position they hold as members of the intelligence community in the security architecture. And this allows them to better understand how and why their mandate differs from the mandate of, for example, the police or the armed forces. And of course, they also reflect upon and discuss the challenges and opportunities arising from intelligence cooperation. Teaching intelligence oversight, in turn, takes a close look at the legal framework and the specific actors and practices of intelligence oversight. This allows the students to gain a better understanding of the logics according to which intelligence oversight, such as parliamentary oversight, works, and thereby they develop a better understanding of how intelligence oversight might contribute to acceptance and legitimacy of what they do, and I think that's very important. In sum, I would like to argue that intelligence governance research can also make important contributions to a public discourse on the role of intelligence services. Let me briefly explain what I mean by this. In order to understand what intelligence services do, it's important to recognize that they do not operate in a vacuum. Intelligence services are embedded in national context and international arrangements such as NATO or Five Eyes, etc. Moreover, it's important to understand that the respective national or international contexts, or more precisely, the national cultures, the national interests, the national regulatory frameworks, or macro dynamics such as digitalization or the emergence of new threats, also influence the tasking, the organizational structure, and the daily routines of intelligence services. In turn, it's important not to forget that intelligence services are knowledge-generating and knowledge-providing actors, and therewith intend to support sound policy making. Such findings are not only relevant from a scientific point of view, but they are essential prerequisites for a mature public discourse on the role of intelligence services for security politics in a democracy. And I think that such a public discourse on security policy and the role of intelligence services is very important under the conditions of the so-called Zeitenwende and, of course, the current geopolitical dynamics.